In many IELTS listening tests, you might have to label places on a map or a plan, so you hear words of direction. Look at these words for giving road directions first of all. Turn left or turn right. At the main crossroads or the intersection. Take the first or second turning on the right or left. Cross over the bridge. To the north or northwards of the river, northwest of the lake. You might also hear words to describe parts on a map or a plan, such as these ones. In front of, next to, opposite, beside, behind, to the left, right of, in between, center, corner, entrance, in the top right-hand corner, in the bottom left-hand corner. It's also a good idea to recognize meanings of language such as clockwise or anti-clockwise, a little beyond, just past, before you get to. Notice also these compass directions. You might hear, for example, in the north side of the town or in the center, you'll find the police station. So it's useful to make sure you know these words. This is an exercise that practices directions. We must look at the map and decide if the directions are true or false. Let's look at number 1. We start off here at the bottom of Theed Street. Well, is that true? Theed Street is this one, and the bottom, it begins down here. So the first one is false. Let's look at number 2. The tour takes us past Wren House on the right. Well, here we are down here. Wren House is on our left, isn't it? So that one is also false. Look at number 3. We turn left into Chatham Street. Is that true? Yes, it is. Here we go. We turn left into Chatham Street. There we are. Number 4, we go past Brompton Palace, which is on the north side of the street on our left. Is that true? Here's Brompton Palace. Is that on our left? No, it's on our right, so that one is false. Look at number 5. Just after the palace, we immediately turn right into Manor Way. Is that true? We turn right into Manor Way? Yes, that one's true. And number 6, the College of Music is on our left. Well, there's the College of Music on our left, so that one is true. When labeling maps in IELTS listening, you should, as in any part of the test, read the instructions carefully. This is so you know what you need to do and the maximum number of words or numbers you can use. In this case, the instructions say no more than 2 words. You should also know the vocabulary of location. You need to know words commonly used to describe things, where things are located, as we saw in the previous slides. In the time before the recording begins, identify where the numbers start and finish. As you can see from the example, the first one, number 15, starts at the bottom of this site, not the top. The numbers 15, 16, 17 will follow the order of the listening. You should also understand what kind of place you're labeling. Listen carefully at the beginning, as the speaker will give you the context. In other words, he'll explain where you are, which will help you follow the talk. This one says, describe the Olympic site. So we know this is an Olympic site. Also look over the map. This will help you identify exactly what you're labeling. In the introduction before the recording begins, we're told that this map shows an Olympic site. So we prepare to listen for facilities and buildings related to an Olympic site. Note also the things that are already labelled to get a feel for where we are and where they are. Look at the island in the middle of the site, for example. The swimming pool and the stadium on the left. The benches on the west side. Predict the answers. As with all listening tests, it helps you to predict what the answer may be. Look at the gaps and see if you can guess what you're labelling. Look at number 15. It's behind the station. Is it likely to be another building or a car park? Pay particular attention to things close by. For example, number 17 is near the island. So it's quite likely that the island will be mentioned just before number 17. Pay attention to any other clues in the map. For example, you're given a compass icon in the corner telling you where north, south, east and west are. This means it's likely that these phrases will be used to direct you. So listen out for them. You're also given your location, so you know where to begin. In this case, it says you are here at the tower. Let's listen to the recording and fill in the space.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large buildings about 1 kilometre away are on the Olympic site. There's an indoor arena for gymnastics, a stadium for track and field, and a swimming pool for races and synchronised swimming, and also diving. If you look carefully down there, you can see the train lines. The Olympic site has its own station to encourage the use of public transport. There is also a car park, but it only holds a limited number of cars. The formal park has some specially created water features. If you look out here to the south, you can see a circular ornamental pond. And around to the west, you can relax and sit on a bench to smell the flowers in the rose garden. And finally, up to the north, if you look in front of you now, there's a lake with a small island in the centre. You can hire rowing boats at the boat shed, which you can't see from here. But if you look through the trees, you can see the cafe, which has lovely views across the water. OK, let's climb down now. We will go now and have a look at the nature reserve section of the park, which has opened up natural wetland to the public.